So by applying this, you can create perfect reggaeton drums. What's up and welcome to another video, and today we're going to create hit reggaeton beats in FL Studio. So let's get right into it. So when it comes to creating a reggaeton beat, we have to pick a perfect BPM. And I always like to create a reggaeton beat around 95 BPM. So right now, pick 96. I'm going to start off by using some synths from Arturia. So right now, let's use the Stage 73. This one contains some awesome keys just to start off. So I'm going to use this No Love EP preset, opening up the piano roll, and I'm going to create this beat in F sharp minor. So you can do this by selecting a view, scale highlighting, and then select minor natural in F sharp. So right now we're going to build the chord progression. So I'm going to start off by F sharp. I'm going to add A and C sharp, which is just a simple chord. So let's expand this one a little bit. So add this D and for example B. So right now, copy this one, adjust this to, for example, D and an E. I'm going to use this one again. For example, use a F sharp, use a C sharp, an E. So this chord progression has to be perfect. Right now, I'll reuse this one again. I'm going to add the note in between the D and the F sharp. Let's remove this one. Play around, for example like this. So I think this is the full chord progression, but right now it sounds way too boring. So we're going to duplicate this one, copy it again. So this just adds another dimension to this chord progression. So now I'm going to randomize the volume of the notes and add a strumizer. So instead of using a strumizer and a randomizer, I've just lowered down the volume of the whole chord progression. And right now it sounds way smoother. Sounds way much better. So right now we're going to pick a synth from Analog Lab 5. So right now I'm going to use this Plucks keys preset, which is called Little Big. And then just copy the chord progression into this one. The Plucks keys and the soft keys go perfect together. So now I'm going to add those to the mixer. So right now I've added a lot of effects and it sounds like this. I've added a lot of distortion or compression using the OTT multiband compressor, and it's compressing the whole sound. So now I'm gonna add some simple plucks, and for example let's use the, which one? Heat Up 3, and pick a plug. Let's use this flute kind of plug and copy the chord progression into this one. So remove this one, remove all those notes. Select the whole melody. So now just copy this one and then just duplicate this whole pattern. Select it again, shorten the notes and move it half a step to the right. Or now I'm adjusting the cutoff filter, so it's in the background. And right now I've used the strumizer to play around with the melody. So I've turned down the velocity a little bit. So right now let's add a bass line to add some more low frequencies to all the melodies. So right now I'm going to use the Mini V3. So let's use this bass and turn down the cutoff frequency filter even more. So we just create sub bass around 70 Hz. And then I'm just using those notes from the chord progression, paste them into this one and play it at B3. So I made an adjustment to the bass notes because I think the frequencies were way too low. So right now it sounds like this. Also sounds pretty great. Remove some more. So I'm still making some small adjustments so it blends perfect together. Alright, now we're gonna add the top melody. So in this case, I want to add a guitar. So let's use the Ample Guitar TC, which is an awesome guitar plugin. And right now I'm just going to use the default preset. So let's start off at C#7. Copy this one again and adjust this one. Copy it again. So I'm not making any adjustments right here. So move to the fourth section of the melody. So now I've lowered down the guitar melody 1 octave, added some more notes. And now I'm gonna link it to the mixer and add some reverb. So I'm gonna add the Valhalla Vintage Verb at around 50% of mix. So I've added some more effects. So I've added this final 3 preset and turned off the noise. Then I've added a simple delay. Added this kickstart, which is basically a sidechain. And in the end, it sounds perfect when you're adding the drums. And then I've added a reverb and made some adjustments. But right now it sounds like this. So push it to background. You don't even really recognize the guitar anymore. So now I'm gonna add the drums, and I want to add a typical reggaeton drum pattern. So I'm gonna open up my producer kit, the reggaeton producer kit. It's releasing soon. So I'm gonna select one shots. So first I'm gonna select a kick. Let's use this one. And I'm gonna layer this one with a head to make sure there are present and high frequencies. Let's use this one and add a snare. Snare 56. And just layer it with this hi-hat. So now it sounds like this. And we're now gonna add the snare. So now I'm adding that typical reggaeton snare, but we're gonna add one note in front. So add a short note right here, and then lower down the volume to around 50%. Also add this one right here, and then just copy it. So right now it sounds like this. So right now I'm gonna apply a little bit of mixing, create a final arrangement and show you the final result. So the outcome of this beat is pretty awesome. So I've added some animations to the arrangement. When it comes to the halftime, you could easily do this by selecting halftime, right mouse button, and then select create animation clip. So it removes the low frequencies from the halftime. And I've also chopped up the melody from the Plucks. So our just 2 following notes are playing. And this is a simple trick to keep the arrangement interesting. And I've also switched up the snare to create a smooth transition. So this is the original rhythm. So this is something which is used in a lot of reggaeton beats and is also crucial to play around with the velocity of the notes or the volume of the specific note. So I think that's it, and we're now gonna have a listen to the final outcome. So first just smooth keys and the Plucks. Quick transition. Keys are coming in and the Plucks again. Bassline. Drums. Full Plucks coming in and the analog lab layer keys. So remove the drums again without transitioning snare. So it's that simple to create an awesome beat using just a few layers. So that's it when it comes to this tutorial, and now I'm gonna wrap up the video. So that's it for this video. Make sure to leave it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I've recently released some more reggaeton tutorials, so make sure to check them out. They're somewhere on the screen. And I hope to see you in the next tutorial.